When Jaguar secreted its first specifications on the 2019 I-Pace, we decided to see how it stacks up with a number of other EVs, includes the Tesla Model 3, Chevy Bolt EV, and Hyundai Kona EV, the ground being that they all give between 200 and 300 miles of assortment, and they were all fairly close in size, but it wasn't a perfectly accurate comparison, because the Jaguar resides an odd cavity in the electric marketplace. While it offers similar assortment and size to those more entry-level EVs, it jam-packs substantially more ability, more brand cachet, and, formerly the official pricing was secreted, a much higher price tag. As such, we wanted to also compare it with the cars synonymous with luxury electric motoring. Literally, the Tesla Model X and Model S. Were simply comparing it with the base level 75D representations of each Tesla, since they are the closest in price and performance to the Jaguar. You can see the raw stats below, and can find more analysis and highlights farther down. If you'd like to compare these automobiles with others, be sure to try out our comparison tools. All three of these electric cars use a similar powertrain consisting of two electric motors, one up front and one on the rear to ability all four wheels. The Jaguar I-Pace's 394 horsepower and 512 pound-feet of torque is a carnival bit more than the 328 horsepower and 387 pound-feet combined ability from the Teslas, is in accordance with motor trend. But in the sprint to 60 miles per hour, the Jaguar doesn't really gain an advantage. It's 0.4 seconds quicker than the Model X, but 0.3 seconds behind the Model S. This is despite the Jaguar weighing about the same as the Model S, and a few hundred pounds lighter than the Model X, at 90 kilowatt-hours. The Jaguar also has a larger battery capacity than the Tesla's 75D representations, but range is again mid-pack between Musk's automobiles. At 240 miles, it's just 3 miles ahead of the Model X, and 19 miles behind the Model S. The I-Pace and Model X also are about as thirsty for energy as one another, both with an energy consumption calculate of about 36 kilowatt-hours/100 miles, while the Model S is the most frugal at 33. All three vehicles have the ability to use DC fast chargers, with Jaguar claiming an 80% charge in 40 hours at a 100 kW charger, but simply the Teslas have access to the supercharger network, and they come with credits for free charging up to 400 kWh at those depots. In every measurable path, the Jaguar is smaller than the two Teslas. It's about 14 inches shorter than a long time of the trio, the Model X, and still about 12 inches shorter than the Model S. It's also a few inches narrower than both, and it's shorter in altitude than the Model X. The Model S is shorter than either, but it's a traditionally bred automobile than the Jaguar and Tesla crossovers. The available breadth dangling on the Teslas also permits both to have greater ground clearance when needed than the Jag. As a result of the Jaguar's smaller size, it's smaller inside than both automobiles in most styles. Legroom and shoulder room is tighter than the Teslas, and the Jaguar simply barely ekes out an advantage in headroom over the Model S. The Jaguar has a maximum occupancy of 5 beings, but the Teslas have options for more. The Model X comes standard with seating for 5, but can be had with a third row in either captain's or terrace room in the second largest row, making the full amounts of the 2, 6 or 7. The Model S can seat 5 in reasonable convenience, but there is a dual of move seats in the cargo area, though they're really simply suitable for terribly short trips or kids. Unsurprisingly, the Model X has the most shipment capacity, which is listed in a strange path because of the wide-cut array of seating available. What's interesting though is that, although the Jaguar is smaller than the Model S, its rear shipment cavity is still moderately close. The Tesla's Jaguar's ace advantage is price. It's about $9,000 cheaper than the bossy Model X, and it's about $4,000 cheaper than the Model S. That's before incentives, though the difference has also continued to be about the same. At least they'll be about the same for now. The federal tariff credit of $7,500 for EVs is only available until an automaker sells 200,000 electric cars. Once it reaches that object, the tax credit will drop in half, with it afterward vanishing wholly, and Tesla could hit the mark this year. Once that happens, the I-Pace will have a bigger price advantage.